Do you find you don't have intimacy time as much now that you're living together? How did we settle the meat debacle?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, my favorite topic. We were planning on buying somewhere. Honestly, so full. I would really like to be married at that point and at least have one child. Anyway, did we just do our vows? What we are currently doing now is actually building a duplex. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Braydon and I thought it would be really fun to sit down and do a chatty video with you guys because obviously we have had some big life changes this year and it's been a while since we've sat down and done a video together.
I guess we're stuck inside, aren't we?
Yeah, we're stuck inside and locked down. It's going to be like a little bit of a mukbang / life update, and Braydon's pretty happy because we get to eat pizza, which is his favorite food. Braydon's got a margarita as per usual, and I actually got a vegan pizza which has some like vegan barbecue chicken, which I've tried before and was really good, and I only got this one just because like cheese seems to like upset my stomach, which is really quite unfortunate. We asked you guys on Instagram to send us in some questions, and I gave you guys a few topics to kind of refer to when asking us questions. You're right. Braydon probably won't be talking for the first half of this video because he has his favorite food in front of him right now. But yeah, you guys asked us lots of questions about moving, how we found living together, our plans for the future. And there also have been like a few personal achievements, I guess, for both of us recently.
Yep.
And yeah, we wanted to talk about it and talk about what we've learned from those things that we recently achieved. So anyway, let's get into the questions. I guess my first question can be for you. And it's, how have you found living together?
I like it.
That's great.
We haven't really had much time to sort of relax yet though. I think since like lockdown, that's the first time I've been able to sort of stop going 100 miles an hour. The last weekend was the first weekend we'd actually sort of done nothing.
We've kind of settled into our routine now a little bit more, which is nice because now we kind of feel like we've got everything set up and we're quite comfortable. And so we actually can like relax and have a chilled weekend, which is quite nice. And also Braydon's been working from home because of COVID as well.
It's going really well
this past week, which has been so nice.
So much better. I say, I can tell already when you're editing this. You're gonna call me a pig.
I feel like you've talked about like how you found living out of home, but how have you found like living with me?
It's been good. It's been fine.
Yeah.
No, we haven't had any issues at all.
I mean, things have been like a little bit different since living together, and I guess we have learned a little bit more about each other.
Yeah.
You know?
That you don't like to clean your undies and...
Yeah, totally. Am I more tidy than you thought?
I feel like you're only tidy because you know I'm here.
No. I feel like you get house pride. Like when I was living at home with my family, I was a lot messier. But now that we're here, I just feel like I have house pride, you know? So, pardon me.
Well, that's a good thing.
I've got pins and needles.
Okay.
I don't want to kick the wine.
If you had to pick between you two, who would you say is the messiest, untidiest person? We sort of already covered this, but I just like to just confirm that I'm the tidiest person. Ella's the messiest.
Honestly, I can only think of things that you do right, to be fair. You don't do a lot of things wrong. Actually, wait.
Here we go.
Braydon does not put things in the pantry back where they're supposed to go. You literally put stuff in the most random spots.
No, I do not.
Yeah, you do. I had the pantry really organised when we moved in. And now... Yeah, well, it was. I had like the cans in one area, the bread and the pasta and stuff in one area, the spreads, the spices, and now they're just a jumbled mess. There were quite a few questions about like having alone time and what do we do when we're not together and when we have free time, and like how do we find time for ourselves. So I guess like to summarize that, I don't know, I feel like we've always been pretty good at that and pretty good at picking up on each other's cues and being like, okay, they need some time to themselves. And we're also pretty good at communicating that to each other. So like, for example, this afternoon, Braydon went for a surf and I stayed at home and watched The Bold Type, which is the show that he probably wouldn't want to watch.
I don't know, like we have things we want to do individually. And we just have to make time for that. It doesn't just happen.
I think it's important to have time to yourself as well. Like,
you drive me crazy if I didn't have time to myself.
Yeah, well, Braydon has his jiu-jitsu and he does surfing, and I guess they're his things for himself. And also you do a lot of stuff to do with shares, so sometimes he'll like put time aside to focus on that. And then as for me, obviously, what do I do for myself? I don't really have many hobbies. I feel like I just watch TV. No, or I'll see my friends or like do YouTube and stuff like that. I feel like that's my me time in a way. At the same time, another thing that goes along with that is that we have to like learn to enjoy doing stuff that the other person likes to do, if that makes sense. Like, that's something that we've had to learn along the way. So Braydon's been watching some of my TV shows with me, and I've been watching some of his TV shows with him.
Not.
Yeah, I have. That cartoon one.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, I have.
I watch it when you're not around.
Yeah, I kind of watch it though.
You watched like one episode.
No, I haven't. I've watched a few with you. And Braydon's now wanting me to do jiu-jitsu with him, and I said I would.
How many
Because
days
he
have you been putting that off for?
Yeah, I've been putting it off because I've been busy.
How have you been?
But I feel like it's been quite helpful actually having multiple rooms in this apartment so that like we can have space as well. So I can watch a TV show in the lounge room and he can watch another TV show in the bedroom.
Yeah, or I can go play games or do whatever else I want to do.
Exactly. That's a good one. Yeah. Do you guys have a scheduled date night? I feel like that's interesting because honestly we don't.
No.
You know, every night's a date night.
I guess we sort of just spend time together at night.
It's a shame, like when he works in the city, he doesn't get home often until like 8 p.m. and I will have already cooked dinner and eaten because I want to start like winding down and getting ready for bed. So that's been hard, but like luckily at the moment we don't have to do that. So we're able to eat a little bit earlier and it's been really nice because like it means he can actually cook so we can take it in turns. And you've been good. Sorry, pardon me. Especially following like the HelloFresh and stuff, like you've been good with it. I guess the evenings are our time for each other and then on the weekends we obviously try and schedule in time together as well. But I wouldn't say particularly we do like date nights that much. We do more like date days, you know, like we'll go for walks together. Like I think our walks together are really, really good. Like it's a good time for us to catch up and chat.
Where it's not really doing anything else but you're sort of with each other.
Yeah, we're very present, like we're distraction free. I find that that's really good for us. And I think it's also important for us to find time to talk about things other than like the apartment. And we very much got stuck in our ways for a while where we would always talk about like the next step because we were so focused on that, especially before moving out. And it was just something that was consuming both of us. It was really hard, honestly, and it did play a big toll on both of us. I wouldn't say it had a massive toll on our relationship as such, but it was quite hard, wasn't it? Honestly, like the whole process before us moving as well was really quite stressful because we just were undecided on what we wanted to do. And that's kind of what we wanted to chat to you guys about in this video as well, because as you know, we were planning on buying somewhere and that's what we were working towards. That's basically why I moved back in with my family. And that's just what we've been saving for a long time. And so we actually went through with the whole process of getting a mortgage and stuff, which took ages, didn't it? Like it took like 5 months or something. And the reason it took so long basically was one, because Braydon was on probation. If we wanted to buy somewhere, we would have had to put down 20% since he's on probation.
So more expensive.
It also was difficult because even though our income had gone up quite a lot in that previous year, we couldn't actually really prove it because we hadn't done our tax return yet. So we had to like wait until this tax return to show how our income had increased. I honestly thought that, you know, if you had the deposit, then you're good to go. But that's definitely not the case.
It's for like the least important part.
It's the least important
part.
Like,
so you need the deposit, but...
Yeah, and I did not realize that. So it's really important to have your tax return done and just have something that proves your overall income. We then were like, okay, well, maybe we should explore the options of renting, but we also didn't really want to do that either. And so we still looked to buy places and we actually ended up getting pre-approved. So we are currently pre-approved for a mortgage. But ironically, like the weekend that we got pre-approved, we actually found an apartment that we wanted to rent, which was this apartment. But it worked out, didn't it? Then we got chatting to your mum and she told us about this company that helps you find off the plan investment properties, specifically duplexes. And we were like, oh, I guess like we can, you know, explore that option. Like honestly, I didn't really think of it that seriously. I just thought it would be good to maybe just chat to someone about our situation. And so, are you okay? Got the hiccups? And so we went and talked to this company about our situation and we decided that it actually would be really, really good for us to do that.
It'd work out better than us just buying and renting instead of renting and investing.
So to clarify, what we are currently doing now is actually building a duplex out of Sydney, so not in Sydney, and it's going to be an investment property that we can get income from, and we're going to rent in the meantime. And we did like a massive pros and cons list, didn't we? Because we were like, oh, like would it be better off buying an apartment to live in and like just, you know, pay off our own mortgage, or should we do this? But for us, this actually worked out better.
Well, this worked out more cost effective for us, you know?
We basically just wanted to get our foot in the door and start the process of buying a property. So far we have actually purchased the land, and then it's going to be built next year. So we still have a little while until the build will start.
But as I said, that works out better for us.
It does, because it means we have more time to save, and we don't actually have to pay anything at the moment. And
But that'll come in the future, yeah.
yeah.
How did you compromise on different tastes in decor?
Oh.
Well, I compromised. Ella didn't.
Do you really reckon I didn't compromise?
If it was just Ella, everything would have been white. Genuinely.
yeah.
Everything would have been white. We'd have had a white couch.
I feel like, because obviously Braydon's been working more during the day and he can't really do as much research, I've been doing more of like the research into the decor, and then I've been showing him a bunch of options, and then you've been kind of choosing from those options.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll do a bit of your own research as well, and then usually figure out that you can't find anything, and
It's not that.
my
I
stuff's
feel like
good.
all the stuff I find is too expensive.
That's true.
It's all too expensive.
Originally, we thought we were going to go with like darker tones of wood to kind of match the splashback over there, but we've actually chosen a lot of lighter shades in the end, which I think actually still works, which is surprising. I didn't think that I would like that.
Really?
Yeah, because I thought, oh, it might clash, but I don't know why. We've just kind of gone that way in the end, and it's
turned
worked
out
out. We've still got a few things to do.
Yeah, but they don't rush. Although you may think some of them are.
I know.
Ella wants a new fridge.
Guys, look at the fridge. It's so small. Like, I'm so grateful to have... Oh, no, I got it on my jumper. I'm so grateful to have a fridge, but I just think it would look so nice if we had a fridge that filled the whole space. Don't you think?
Yeah, look nicer. But my point is, like, what's the point in spending another... Well, however much new fridges are expensive.
Yeah.
And then, but we already have a working one. And we're not struggling to fit things in there. Sure, I want a new fridge, but do I need one? No. But you do, apparently.
Because it's in the background of my videos. Well, overall, I would say that we kind of have a similar taste in decor. I think that we thought we would have a more different taste in decor to each other, but we actually have compromised a bit more. How do you sort out finances since you earn different amounts? Is it 50-50?
I'd say pretty much 50-50. You know, it's never going to be exactly 50-50, but we do all like the big things like grocery shops. Everything that's around here is 50-50. Furniture, rent.
If there's anything that's specifically just for Braydon or just for me, like we'll pay for it ourselves. Like Braydon bought a big box of protein bars the other day.
So someone's been eating them.
I only had one.
And probably like a half.
No, you've offered me bites of yours.
So a half?
No, one and a bite. And he paid for that because they weren't mine. Maybe I should give you $1 for the one I ate.
They're more than $1.
Oh, I'll give you $2 for the one I ate. Jesus Christ, is it $2 for a protein bar each? That's a lot. Well, anyway, I think like if we're buying something for the two of us, then we'll split it. But if it's individually, like we'll pay for it ourselves. We still do need to set up a joint account though. Like we are very aware.
That's on our list of things to do.
Yeah, it's on our list on the fridge. The plan is to have a joint account, and then we'll both direct debit a certain amount into the account each week to go towards all of our bills and stuff.
Yep.
And that way we don't have to worry about it.
It's all on autopilot.
Well, we weren't sure how much we were going to be paying for our Wi-Fi and electricity and gas and stuff. So now that those bills have come out for the first time, I feel like we can get a good idea of how much we spend. What have you learned most about yourself since moving in together?
Nothing that I didn't know. Maybe that I need to...
What? I can see where this is going already.
What do you mean?
You're going to say maybe that I need to get out more?
Yeah.
Get away from Ella?
But before, if I had, say, free time, I'm more likely to stay at home and play games or something. Just be on my computer. But I think it's also because I'm working full time.
Yeah.
And I think it was different when I was at home a little bit. So I think it's just the whole mixture of things coming in. It's like, you know, I only have limited time now, so I have to go do everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers the question or not, does it?
Yeah. I think you've learned that meal prep is really good.
Oh yeah, I've started meal prepping.
He meal preps every single week for work, which is really good. And then sometimes I eat it.
Sometimes.
No, it's been really great.
You do it like...
He gets his Mediterranean mix, his chicken and his rice. And you've learned a bit about cooking, and I feel like you didn't know how to cook before, so that's something you've learned about yourself.
What?
Yeah. I have learned that sometimes I can be a bit impatient.
The thing is, she says this now, but then when it happens again, it's like it's all out the window.
Let me think of a better example. I've learned about myself that I really like cooking, I feel like. I think I like cooking a lot more this time around living on my own than I did before. And I've been making a lot more effort with cooking and creating new recipes and stuff. Like before, I would just like chuck roast vegetables in the oven, which is so fine.
Or omelets.
Yeah. I would make like basic meals, which is fine. It was very healthy, but I feel like I'm liking to experiment a bit more now. And I think it's because someone's eating my food. No, because like cooking for yourself, like it's great. Like
eating my food.
Yeah, because it's like I get a lot of validation out of you being like, yes, that was really yummy. I haven't even like eaten half of my pizza. I've just been talking.
For ages.
This is very filling, you know. I think it's because it's not just got cheese on it. It's got like other stuff.
Fake chicken.
Oh, that's something we should talk about. How did we settle the meat debacle?
We never really did.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Compromise.
Yes.
A little bit.
I think we're finding meals that we both will eat. But when we first moved out of home, it was a bit of a shock. We were like, wait, but I like eating like this, but I like eating like this. But now we've kind of like found a happy medium. I wouldn't say that we eat a lot of red meat still. Like I feel like we eat predominantly chicken just because that's something that I personally like. But I also know that Braydon likes eating red meat. And not saying that I'm anti-eating red meat at all, because I feel like people will get annoyed at me, but it's just something I personally don't like to eat a lot of. But if Braydon wanted to make me a meal with red meat, I would eat it because you've made it. But like when I'm cooking, generally I don't like to cook with it just because that's just not the way I do it. But we have compromised and we do have it sometimes. So I guess that's kind of like the way that we do it. And I also understand that we both have different like nutrient needs. Like you obviously probably feel like you need more protein than I do. That's just something that you like in your diet. Obviously I want protein, but you feel like you need more. So it's been good for him to do this meal prep and be able to have like more chicken in his lunch and stuff. So I guess it's just been like...
It's like trial and error, really.
It's trial and error. And we've just both...
You're never going to get it right the first time.
Exactly. We've just got to be both open with each other about like what we want food-wise. And also what's helped is we've been starting to go grocery shopping together, because when we first moved in, like I was doing the grocery shopping during the week when you were at work. So I was just getting what I wanted. But then like now when we go together, it's a bit better.
This is one you would like, actually. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, my favorite topic. You'll be 29, I'll be 28. I don't know, it's really hard to say because 5 years goes by so fast, but I would really like to be married at that point and at least have one child. That's what I would like. Braydon, I can't see your face, but I know what it's going to be doing. He's probably like in the background. Am I right?
No.
What did you do?
Nothing. I nodded.
You nodded, yeah. No. Okay, everyone knows what I want. What do you want, Braydon? Also, I feel weird calling you Braydon. Braydon and I have been trying to like call each other pet names more. You hating me for saying this? Like, we've never been that couple to call each other like babe or baby. Like, it's just never been our thing. But recently we've decided we should get a pet name. Because I just feel weird being like Braydon.
So I've decided to call her a pumpkin.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have pumpkin.
Let me know if you guys have any good pet names for your partner, because we just can't get on board with the babe thing yet. Like, it just doesn't come naturally. I think it's because we're 5 years in. We never have said babe.
Yes,
but like,
pumpkin.
No, pumpkin doesn't sit right with me, Braydon. Babe. We're trying to practice. Like, I'm going, babe, baby. And it's just, I don't know.
Is babe a pig?
Yeah. Braydon! Anywho, sorry, continue, babe. Tell me about your 5-year plan.
I just like to go with the flow a bit, you know. When the time's right, the time's right.
I totally agree. I think you can't put a time frame on things, but I also think things don't get done if you don't make plans and take action.
Everyone thinks I'm too laid back with things.
Sometimes you are. Like, I feel like with us moving out, like, I had to give a little push. Otherwise, would we have moved out?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but I think we know where we want to go, but it's like we don't know when we will reach those like individual goals. That's what I mean, like when it happens, it happens.
We both still feel like we've got a bit of traveling to do as well. We still want to do some more traveling, because we were talking about that today and saying how we feel like that is so good for our relationship. It's a big thing that we enjoy doing together, and it's a big thing that we have in common, and it's something that we love to talk about. Like, we always reminisce on the travels that we have done, and so I think it's quite important in our relationship, and it always kind of like makes things a bit more exciting and brings something new to the relationship, just like new experiences and stuff. So I feel like that's something we want to do more of. I feel like Braydon and I kind of have like a checklist that we want to do, but there's not necessarily a particular order that we want to do things. So we have an ideal order, but like things might go in different orders, you know? And so one of the things that we wanted to do is buy somewhere before getting engaged. So we may have ticked that off pretty soon, Braydon. So what's coming next? Are you guys fighting more since living together?
No, but I feel like we sort of pick up on like things more because we just are together more often.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say fighting more, but say like we pick up on things that maybe we wouldn't have picked up on if we weren't living together.
Yeah.
But I think that's normal.
We definitely don't really fight, I wouldn't say. We just can get on each other's nerves sometimes. But that's sometimes. We also get along very well.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
I don't think that's an issue at all.
Do you find you don't have intimacy time as much now that you're living together? I thought this was kind of interesting because I'm surprised that you'd think that we wouldn't have as much time now that we're living together, because if anything, we probably have more time because we're living together. You know what I mean? And so it's been good for our relationship in that way, because before we weren't together 24/7, so we had limited time.
How do you balance seeing both of your family's friends and people you want to see?
A bit of chicken.
I feel like I've been seeing people a little bit more than what I would when I was at home. Because whenever we had free time, we'd pretty much be together before. Now it's like we're together all the time. So then like, in our free time, we do other things now.
That's true, actually.
So I feel like, if anything, there's more time for us to see friends and family and stuff than there is now. Like, over the past few weeks, maybe not, just because we've been so busy.
Yeah, I agree, because before we were having to spend every moment together on the weekend because we didn't see each other during the week very much. But now, like, we see each other more, so on the weekends we can actually see other friends and stuff, which has been quite nice. And I also think as we've got older, we've made more friends who are also couples, and so we do stuff all together as a group, which has been really, really nice as well, because that's something that I have wanted for so long, because we didn't really have many couple friends, did we, for a long time?
You really wanted that.
Yeah. Well, can you blame me? I feel like it's nice. Like, you want to be able to do stuff with your partner and like your friends at the same time. So that's something that I feel like I manifested. I was literally like, I want to have friends that Braydon's friends with as well. Yeah, that's been a really nice thing and has allowed us to spend time together and also with our friends. But as for family, I guess like we've had to kind of make more time to see them, which has still been an adjustment as well. But I think once we get into a good routine and once COVID's over, we'll probably do like a weekly dinner at either each of our family's house each week, or we'll like alternate or something.
Yeah.
I feel like we should end off this video with like a nice question though, which is, what is your favourite thing about each other?
My favourite thing about you is your ability to sort of, I don't know, lighten the mood up a lot.
Really?
And I think we both get along very well. Like, it's not an effort at all to like either talk, or even if we just want to not talk. Nothing's awkward. I don't know.
We're comfortable in each other's presence.
I think Ella's very genuine and very nice to, you know, spend quality time with.
Aww, you're so cute. I feel like my favourite thing about you is, well, there's multiple. I love how easy you are to get on with as well, and how you're just like very stress-free. Like, Braydon's very relaxed and he doesn't get very anxious about things. It kind of complements my anxiety. He calms me down. You're very practical, I would say, which I really like. I also love how he's like very family orientated, and he also makes a big effort with the people in my life. So like my friends and family as well, which I think is really nice. He's very thoughtful. Like, you'll always come home with little things and just surprise me, like with chocolate and stuff. And you just think about what I would want, you know?
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that Braydon's necessarily a sensitive person, but I feel like when it is towards me, you're quite sensitive. And I think that's sweet. Like, he cares a lot, which is nice. So that's my favourite thing. Anyway, did we just do our vows? I think that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and you feel all up to date on everything.
But you didn't even finish your food.
I know, I'm honestly so full, and it's now 6:30, so we've been sitting here chatting and eating for a whole hour.
Is it now?
But yeah, it's been an hour, I can see it.
An hour and 5 minutes.
I'll probably cut this video down to like 20 minutes or something, so everyone will be like, where did the rest of the 40 minutes go? But we just wanted to sit down and update you guys on everything that's been going on in our life. Obviously, we are so happy with where we are now, and it's so nice to finally feel settled and be in this new chapter of our life. We're so excited to be building a duplex, which is going to be so nice. Obviously, it's not going to start for a little while, but I did want to tell you guys about that because it is a very exciting thing for the both of us. But by no means don't think that we're saying that everyone should do that at all, because I think that it's really important to look at your situation and see what works for you. But it's just something that worked out for us. And so, yeah, we're really happy with where we are right now. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.